After months of digging, Senate investigators saying on Wednesday they have concluded beyond a doubt that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential race, but saying they still haven't figured out whether Donald Trump or his campaign took part in that effort. I'm Andy Sullivan in Washington, where leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they still have months of work to do as they try to find out exactly what happened in last year's presidential election, hoping to release their findings before next year's congressional elections heat up in earnest so that candidates and election officials can better protect themselves against Russian hacking attempts and propaganda, saying those efforts have not let up.
The Russian intelligence service is determined, clever, and I recommend that every campaign and every election official take this very seriously.
Intelligence Committee Chairman Richard Burr saying it's still too soon to reach any conclusions, but saying it's clear at this point that the Kremlin tried to shape the outcome of the race by spreading disinformation through social media, trying to break into election systems, and leaking Democratic operatives' email. Burr saying that the Russians weren't able to switch votes from one candidate to another, adding that they can't conclude at this point that the Russians were trying to help Trump win the White House, even though U.S. intelligence agencies said they were. Top Democrat Mark Warner slammed the Homeland Security Department for taking 11 months to reveal which state election systems were targeted, some 21 in all.
There needs to be.
After months of digging, Senate investigators saying on Wednesday they have concluded beyond a doubt that Russia interfered in the 2016
a more aggressive whole-of-government approach.
Burr and Warner saying that almost all of the more than 100 people they've interviewed so far have been cooperative, with one notable exception, Christopher Steele, the British spy who assembled a dossier alleging that the Russians had compromising information about Trump, saying they can't verify that information without his help.
I strongly suggest that you come in and speak with us.
This is one of 3 investigations looking into whether Trump's campaign colluded with Russia in last year's elections. Unlike the criminal probe led by former FBI Director Robert Mueller, this was ready to clear his name.